Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm going to tell you everything's been added, changed and fixed in Minecraft 1.20.5 pre-release 1. So if you like Minecraft videos like this one, then please make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Minecraft update videos in the future. Now today we have the very first pre-release for the Minecraft update 1.20.5, which will include the armadillo, the different wolf types, and a lot more technical features as well. But in this pre-release there is also a lot of changes to the Minecraft 1.21 experimental features, like the trial chambers, the ominous events, and also the new mob effects like oozing, weaving, and infested. So let's go through all of these additions, changes, and fixes in this video. Starting with the trial chamber structure. So the trial chamber structure should now be more consistently buried underground, so it will be less open to caves. So you can still see that there is parts of the trial chamber that are open to caves, but it will be more consistently buried now, hopefully, when it spawns in underground. They have remade chamber 6 with variations and renamed it to assembly. And then they also said they've added a new trap dispenser style to chambers. So what I found is, for example, here with this vault right here, is that right behind it, if you just break a few blocks, there is actually a dispenser here with splash potions of weakness. And as you can see, it's pointing directly into the direction of the vault. So it could be that the breeze can activate this dispenser, firing out a potion of weakness from this dispenser, hitting the player here that's trying to open a vault. Then they've also fixed various broken jigsaw connections in the corridors, and in the eruption chamber they've stopped tough bricks from spawning in the air and added more lights to quadrants. Then as for the ominous trials, mobs that wear equipment will now often spawn with enchanted armor and weapons. As you can see, this stray over here has an enchanted diamond chestplate. And so the armor enchantments include protection 4, projectile protection 4, and fire protection 4. And weapon enchantments include sharpness 1, knockback 1, power 1, and punch 1. So this will hopefully make the mobs that spawn from the ominous trial spawners a little bit more difficult. So furthermore, mobs that do wear equipment, like these strays behind me, will no longer have any chance to drop their equipment on death. This means you can't get a protection for diamond chestplate with just killing one of these strays. And then as for the projectiles that spawn in from the ominous trial spawners, players are now chosen 50% of the time when these projectiles are spawned, and they will spawn more accurately above the chosen entities. So this means that you can get negative potion effects applied to you or other projectiles fired at you from the ominous trial spawners. Alright, then there is also changes to the different mob effects that were added in a previous snapshot. So a mob with the weaving effect will now more consistently spawn 2 to 3 cobwebs when it dies. There we go, there's 2 right there. There's 2. And even more cobwebs right there. So more cobwebs should spawn when mobs with weaving die. And so furthermore, players are now also affected by the weaving effect. So players will move through cobwebs with 50% of the normal speed instead of 25% of the normal speed. So this means you can move through cobwebs slightly faster with the weaving effect than without it. Then for the potion of infestation or the infested effect, there's now a 10% chance of spawning in 1 to 2 silverfish instead of a 5% chance. And the silverfish will now spawn at the center of the entity's bounding box and fling out in the direction the entity is facing. So there we saw a silverfish spawn already. And yeah, making it 10% instead of 5% means that you will actually notice it more, because with 5% it's very, very rare. And there we go, we have 2 of those silverfish right there. And then finally for the oozing effect, it will only spawn slimes in a given 5v5 area up to the maximum entity cramming count. But it's still 2 medium slimes. And if you defeat the mobs from one of these ominous trial chambers, of course you get the ominous trial key. And that's relevant because there is a new advancement, which is called Revaulting. Unlock an ominous vault with an ominous trial key. So let's do that right here. Ominous vault, ominous trial key. Use it and we get Revaulting with the icon of an ominous trial key. And so those are the experimental changes. Then as for the new features in 1.20.5 pre-release 1, there's also 4 new advancements here. So these will be added into 1.20.5 instead of 1.21. So these 4 are to do with armadillos and wolves. So if you use a brush on an armadillo, you get "Isn't it Scute?" Then if you remove wolf armor from a wolf using some shears, just like this, you get "Snip it." And related to this, if you repair wolf armor, so I'm sorry, but that had to be done. So like this, if you repair the wolf armor, you get "Good as new," another advancement. And then the final new advancement is actually for taming all 9 different wolf variants. So if you want to know how to find all the 9 different wolf variants, I've already made a video on that. Link to it is in the top right of your screen. But if you do that, you will get the whole pack advancement, which is under husbandry. Looks like this. It's a challenge advancement with a bone icon. So here's Isn't It Scute, Revaulting, Good as New, the whole pack, and Snip It. Then they've also added the VO style language to Minecraft. Then as for technical changes, they've updated the data pack version to 39. And if you want to read through the entire patch notes for the new data pack version, I'll leave them in the description down below. And then there's also a whole lot of bug fixes in this pre-release as well. There were some issues with the execute command that have been fixed. A few crashes were fixed as well. The maze will now break decorated pots. You can no longer use wind charges to harm the ender dragon when it's purged, or the wither in its second phase. And a whole lot more bug fixes related to wind burst enchantment as well. And again, if you want to read through all the bug fixes, I'll leave the patch notes in the description down below for you to check them out for yourself. But anyway, there we go. That's pretty much it for Minecraft 1.20.5 pre-release 1. If you enjoyed the video, then please subscribe!